Hello and good morning. Welcome to your daily tarot reading with me, Han, from the Self-Love Self-Care System. I'm doing a daily reading today from the Midnight Magic Tarot Deck of Mushrooms by Sara. Are you ready for your cards? I'm ready. I'm very excited about today's cards. I'm excited to see what the angels want to bring you. They've been bringing you a lot of cards this week, like a lot of extra messengers, because you get an extra card. They're often trying to tell you something very specific. So they're also not trying to give me a card here, which is great. I get 3 tarot cards for these readings. If you're new here, what I do is I do daily readings and I get three cards for the day. I channel in the angels and I get them to bring you messages for your forward, future projection and growth. What I really concentrate on with the work I do is to help people to shift their lives forward. So my angels do come in through the tarot to give you messengers and pointers on the things you need to do next. I've actually had people who watch the channel saying to me that they write things down that I say because it really assists them to unravel things in their lives and make the sort of flow steps that they need to make, which is a very key for what we've started talking about this week with regard to what the angels are asking of us. So you're ready for your first tarot card? Let's have a look what you've got. Oh, you've got a beautiful card. You've got the Six of Cups. It's really lovely. I love it. Yeah, it's beautiful. Oh, I have to breathe that in. It's really lovely. So we've been talking. So I've yawned a bit as well. So, and yawning is a good thing. 'Cause it means we're shifting our energy, right? So yeah, this is beautiful. It's a very soft message about love. It's also a very soft message about blooming. Bloom in. You bloom. You becoming the fully bloomed flower that you need to be. Just being allowed to take the steps that you need to take. Just being allowed to shift and grow and really percolate the ideas, the thoughts, the reactions that you have. There's so much power in this card. The angels are saying, deep dive into your thoughts, your feelings, things you really, really want with your life. Recognize what works for you and shift out of the things that do not. Also, they're talking about this is a loving energy towards yourself. And they're saying, really draw into deep self-care, self-love, asking yourself what you really need and what you really want. But they also want to point out, and it's always a caveat with this kind of thing. They're saying that remember, though you are working and living in a human world, so you can't be completely alone and just taking care of yourself. However, what they're wanting to say is at the moment you're really tending to a beautiful seedling that is about to grow and birth a new creativity around you, a new project, something new, a new move, a new location, maybe you're looking to do something new in your job, but it isn't necessarily those things because what they're actually showing me, and I need to be very clear about this, is this darkness I'm seeing, because I don't mean dark as in negative, I mean dark as in the shadow, clearing, healing, pulling, getting out, right? This is the Scorpio energy, linking also into Chiron with your wounding. And the angels are saying that you're being asked very lovingly to start to nurture the you that you are so that that one can show itself when the projects, the seedlings, and what you've put into growth starts to grow. It's interesting because they're showing me my projects, but the reason they're showing me them as an example for you guys, right? What it is that all those little things that you had going that are on the back burner are ready to ignite. They're ready to ignite and they're ready to open up and shift. Power, 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 power. And then your next one is the Two of Wands. It's a little bit of pain still. And the angels are saying that this isn't about you being afraid here. This is about you being brave to take the steps that might feel as if they are really overly challenging. So I'm going to give you a little story about someone I really, really care about dearly, a very good friend of mine. She had a home that she lived in for many, many, many years, right? And I always thought for quite a long time that the energies were telling her to move to shift, but she really couldn't do it. And then she didn't do it, and then she didn't do it, and then she didn't do it. Eventually, it became a forced situation. And in fact, boyfriend had a very similar thing as well. This forced situation where you have to do the thing. Sometimes what the angels want you to do is take the time to shift the trajectory, even if it is tricky, even if it's difficult, and even if it hurts. Now, we all go through things in life that are difficult and they hurt and they're not easy. However, on the other side of that kind of growth, because that is growth, okay? The stuff that hurts and puts you through a lot of discomfort, that's growth, right? If you can put yourself through that and get through that, then you're going to come out the other side stronger, more powerful, deeper growth, and really able to deal with the pain that life, because human family and the human life is not easy. It's bureaucratic. It's full of rules and regulations, and most of them don't make sense. And of often, they're very, very stacked against the people living in the normal, sort of the normal arena, right? You're not in that elite top or governmental top or royal top. You're not really. You're struggling against rules that were made by people that are trying to um bulletproof or hold on to specific institutions and all that kind of thing, right? That's not that's not going to work for you now though, because what you're going to do now is learn that you can be calm even in the face of that adversity. Does that make sense? Yeah. Calm even if it's difficult. Calm even if it's painful. Yeah. Okay, my lovelies. If you got this far, I would love a thumbs up. I would also love a subscribe if you feel cool. Now, our final card is the Two of Pentacles, and I like this card. You want to get really balanced in your. This is about it all. It's very interesting, and I do need to tell you this actually because I keep looking up at it. There's a t-shirt hanging up there. It's boyfriend's t-shirt, and it's got a sort of sandy background, and like a big orange sun. And there's a samurai standing against the sun with his samurai sword sticking out. And the interesting thing is, I was talking about this balance, but actually, I kept getting drawn towards looking at this picture, this image on the t-shirt. What I feel is you're being called very dearly to balance the sides of you that bring that warrior out, the WARRIOR warrior, that warrior energy, that bravery. You can shift, you can move, you can take those steps in life when you are not easily toppled, you're not easily tumbled. And that samurai energy is that kind of, that kind of flowing fighting style, that really, it's more of an art form, isn't it, than it is anything warfare like, right? It's more honorable, it's more shifting in that respect, right? And that's what the angels are talking to you about. They're talking about you balancing everything out on the level of becoming someone who recognizes the full aspect around the version of you that you're showing to the world, how you're showing up, how you comport yourself, comport. And so the image that you put across and what you are seen as. But this is a deep dive into, very, very deep dive into your psyche, into your depth of inner world, into what themes come up in Scorpio for you. I would have a look in your charts, your astrology charts. If you don't know, chuck a comment down below and I'll happily explain it to you. But find out what house Scorpio is in your chart. And if you've got any planets in there as well, anything in Scorpio, right? Because that will tell you a lot about what this energy is talking about and what's going to feel like for you. So I have my Mars in Scorpio of all things. Yes, I do have a bit of a fiery temperament. I've learned to work with Mars on that and to understand that. But it's very interesting once you find out what these things are, because then you can get you can glean a much deeper, much fuller understanding of yourself and how you're working and shifting through this world. Anyway, my lovely, it's namaste. Have a glorious, glorious Wednesday. I am sending you all so much love. I've been talking about the full moon. Remember, it's not until the first, by the way. And I will see you tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Lots of love. Love you all. Take care. Bye.